Hello everyone. So now that we got the shotgun style, some of you might be wondering about what style comes next. The topic after shotgun was already confirmed to be the freedom style, Wally style, which is gonna be a legendary style. Thankfully for us, we already have a general idea about how the freedom style is gonna work. And I gotta say, after reading what the head dev has planned for the freedom style, I'm 100% sure this style is going to be busted. Anyways, let's break down what the head developer said about how the freedom style would work. First things first. With the release of shotgun, I feel like Drowning Sim is gonna implement or add more styles that would have a special ability, like the shotgun barrage or the ghost jab. So freedom will definitely have a special ability similar to ghost and shotgun. And the head developer did mention it having a special ability. Most of you probably think it's gonna be an offensive type of ability, but what Drowning Sim mentioned was that his ability will actually be a buff he can apply to himself, which will be named Freedom. In short terms, the Freedom ability is a boost, not an offensive ability or an attack ability, making it the first non-damaging special ability in the game. Now, you might be thinking, what would the Freedom ability even buff? Well, you remember that part at the start on the video when I said it's 100% going to be busted? Well, this is the part where I am going to explain it to you why. Let's first talk about the first buff it gives, Insane Dashes.
Oh, that's not two bad words. It's just insane dashes, it won't be that bad.
With basically infinite stamina.
What the heck?
But wait, we are not done yet. When activating this buff, you also get Hitman's Flicker Jab. Yes, the same jab with the fastest speed in the game. And to top it all off, Smash's Smash M2 too. I swear, if they implement this, I'm going to cry. This would be too overpowered to deal with. Part of me thinks that this will only be a good idea if the buff only lasts for a short duration, but the massive buffs you can get from this is just insane. So insane to the point where adding this would just be a bad idea. So here's how I would fix it. Remove the infinite stamina. That's it. The other buffs he gets from the freedom ability are pretty manageable, except for the part where his stamina is infinite. Unless what he meant by that was that his dashes won't take stamina when the freedom ability is activated, which is also pretty bad. If you remove the infinite dash, the Smash M2s and the Hitman flickers would be easy to deal with decent skill, especially when they are limited by a time limit that would remove those buffs after a period of time. As for how the freedom style works without the freedom ability, similar to the shotgun style, freedom probably won't have a passive ability. Or they might do something like how they did Ghost. Since Ghost has a passive, where his highlights are less, and a special ability, the Ghost Jab, they might actually do that for freedom, since it's a legendary after all. And if that's the case, since a lot of people have been expecting rope jumping to be his ability, why not just make that his passive? The rope jump can be implemented in many ways. My assumption, which I'm guessing is the most common assumption, is that, whenever the user dashes towards a rope, it replenishes their stamina and resets their dash cooldown. This passive does not work when the user is on the corners of the ring, of course, to prevent an infinite stamina exploit. And for his attacks, like his M1s and M2s, the head developer already sent what his M1s would like, and it's this clip right here. First he starts with a right upper, then a left hook, then a right upper again, then a left straight. This combination will probably repeat until the user is stamina broken. As for his M2s, it really is anyone's guess. The dude literally has so many tools in his arsenal it's not even funny. He even has Hawk's sway back, for Christ's sake. So it really is hard to pinpoint how the freedom style is gonna work overall. Well, that's about it for the freedom style, the upcoming legendary style. Now, since the freedom style has only been shown in the manga, there is now a possibility for styles that are only exclusive to the manga to be added to the game. Which means, this opens up a lot of possibilities. I can name a few, but there has been a confirmed manga-only style besides Wally that's gonna get added. And that is the switch hit style. Randy Boy Jr. style. His rarity is unknown, but it's most probably gonna be a mythic, similar to the shotgun style. The switch hit style is a complex style since it revolves around switching stances. I can't really think of a better suggestion other than Untitled Boxer's suggestion. His suggestion is pretty long, so I'm just gonna summarize it here. If you want to see the full in detail suggestion, you can watch his video on it. It's actually pretty detailed. Anyways, how he explained the switch hit style would work is that, he would switch his stance from orthodox to southpaw. If you don't know what this means, let me just say that, what it means is that on one stance, all his M1s will always come from the left, and for one stance his M1s will always come from the right. The same will go for his M2s. So when using the switch hit style, you have 3 stances: your main stance, orthodox and southpaw. This is deadly since having this will make it harder for enemies to know which punch your attacks will come from, and it completely gives you the ability to mess with your opponents. So, how would you switch stances? In Untitled Boxer's video he said that, you would be able to switch when you or your opponent dashes. Which for me, I think would be way too complex. I think it would be way better if the switch would just be an ability. Just like Freedom's Freedom skill, which is basically a self-inflict buff. But in switch hit's case, we'll have a lower cooldown, since that's your main gimmick. And I think that's pretty much what the switch hit needs to be completed. Untitled Boxer did make switch hit have extra passives and abilities, but Untitled Boxing Game is a simple game. Adding in those would just be unnecessary. If you are interested about those extra abilities though, feel free to watch Untitled Boxer's video on it. It's pretty interesting. And yeah, there are a lot more upcoming styles, but I am just gonna end it there. I'll be sharing my Cronus style idea in a later video as well. If you wanna see that, leave a like. If this video hits 1000 likes, I'll post it as soon as possible. And as always, if you enjoy daily Untitled Boxing Game content, feel free to subscribe. I post daily and I would really appreciate your support. Anyways, that's all from me. See you guys on the next one. Peace.